My lesson plan will help students distinguish the difference between facts and opinions. My lesson objectives are: the students will be able to distinguish the difference between facts and opinions. The students will be able to write facts and opinions. The students will be able to research and find facts and opinions in real life examples. So I'm going to get started with my lesson. First, I will have written on the board 2 sentences, like so. One of them is a fact and one of them is an opinion. I will have the students write down what they think, which one they think is a fact and which one they think is an opinion, on a scratched piece of paper. And then we will put that to the side for now. And then I will play my video I have for them.
Fact and opinion. What is a fact? A fact is something that is always true. Facts can be proven. We can find facts by doing research in books, on the internet, or we could even do research of our own. Here's an example of a fact. Dogs need food and water to survive. This is always true. You could find this information in a book or on the internet. What is an opinion? An opinion is what you think or feel. It cannot be proven. Here's an example of an opinion. Dogs are the best pets. That's what I think. I love dogs. That's how I feel. But these are just my opinions because someone could say, no way, cats are the best pets. Let's see what you learned. Fact or opinion? The sun is hot.
At this point, I will stop the video and the students will go along with the video and we will answer as a class, is this a fact or an opinion? The students will write on their whiteboards F or O for fact or opinion and hold it up so I can see that everybody is participating.
You're right, it's a fact. This can be proven. We can prove it by doing research in a book or on the internet. Fact or opinion? Coffee is delicious.
Again, I will stop the video and I will ask the students, is this sentence, coffee is delicious, a fact or an opinion? And then they will write on their boards what they think, and we will discuss as a class what the answer is.
You're right, that's an opinion, because someone could say, ew, coffee isn't delicious. Fact or opinion? An apple is a fruit. You're right, it's a fact. An apple is a fruit. That is always true. So remember, if you're trying to figure out whether something is a fact or not, you can ask yourself, is it always true? Can it be proven? And if the answer is yes, then you found a fact.
Okay. So after I play this video, we will come back to our sentences that we had on the board, and I will ask them, is the sentence, it is 60 degrees Fahrenheit outside, a fact or an opinion? And the students will say it is a fact because it can be proven. And then I will ask the students, it is cold outside, is that a fact or an opinion? And the students will say it is an opinion because it cannot be proven, and that is how somebody feels or is what they think. Next, the students will get a double-sided worksheet, that looks like this. It has multiple questions on it that ask whether it is a fact or an opinion. For the first side, we will go through as a class, and we will answer the questions together and explain them as a group. So I will go through a couple of them. Pizza tastes better than broccoli. I would read this out loud to the class, and the class would then answer on their whiteboards or their sheet of paper that it is an opinion. And then I would ask them, why is it an opinion? And they would say, because it is how somebody feels or is what they think. The average slice of deep dish cheese pizza has between 300 and 400 calories. I will ask them, is this a fact or an opinion? And they will say, this is a fact because we can search that on the internet or in a book to find that that is correct. So we will go through this first page together as a class. And then in groups of 2 or 3 or just at their table, they will do the next side together as a group. This page is still about pizza, so it's pretty fun to do. And once they get done with that, we can check their answers or they can compare answers. Okay, now that they have practiced a little bit and they have a good feeling about what a fact and opinion is, we're going to play a game. The game is, I will read out a sentence and the students will go to one side of the room if they think it's a fact, and they will go to the other side of the room if they think it is an opinion, and then we will discuss. So I will read off a couple sentences that I have printed off for this game that the students would play. A giant tortoise can live to be over 150 years old. Then I would have the students stand up and go to the side that they think. So hopefully most of the students would go to the fact side. And then I would ask them, why is this a fact? And they would say, because we can research it and find that that is correct. And then we have, a polar bear is the most fun animal to watch. So hopefully all of the students would go to the opinion side, and I would ask them, why is this an opinion? And they would say, it is an opinion because that is how somebody thinks. That is what somebody thinks, or is how they feel. And I have 20 sentences on here, and we probably wouldn't go through the whole sentence or the whole paper, but I might even ask some of the kids, do you have an example sentence we can maybe try? And then discuss and see what the students say there. So then, after we play the game, we will come back as a class and we will recap on the importance of understanding the differences between a fact and an opinion. So, I will write some characteristics on the board. And the students could also help me figure out some characteristics of the facts and opinions while I'm writing this down. Or I would just ask them, what are some characteristics of a fact, or what are some characteristics of an opinion? Okay, so then I would just have this board up. I have can be researched. So I would ask them, what can be researched? Would it be a fact or an opinion if it can be researched? And hopefully the children would say a fact. So I would just write a little F up there for fact. And then we'd move on, what someone thinks. And hopefully the students will say opinion is what somebody thinks. And then we would keep going on, just so they understand the characteristics of facts and opinions. Okay. After we go through the characteristics, the students are then going to be ready for the assessment. So for my assessment, the students will they will get an article that I have provided for them in, I would have sent them a link to this, article. It is on Time for Kids, so it is a kid-friendly news website. I'll just show you real quick what it looks like. So they will have this. They will have this website, and they will go through it, and they will go through and they will write down, or they just will read it because it's about fact check. So it's a short little article about whether you know something is real or if it is fake on the internet or in a magazine or something like that. So after I have the students, after they read that and they kind of understand what the difference between what is real on the internet and what is fake, the students are ready to do this on their own. So for my assessments, the students will get an article that I have printed off for them. Everyone will get a different one, or there will be a few different ones, just so not everybody's reading the same thing. They will need to go through the article with 4 different colored highlighters or pens or something, and they will highlight facts in one color, opinions in the other color, in another color, any vocabulary words that they may have struggled with or they don't know, and one thing that they found interesting. And then, after they get done, if there is time left, the students may research on an approved topic by me for a future writing project that we will then do after we are finished with this lesson. We will move into the writing processes, and they can find 5 facts and 5 opinions out of that little article as well. After they work independently on their articles, they will get into their small groups or at their tables, and they will compare the answers that they got and go over the vocabulary words. And then once everybody is done, we will come back together as a class and compare the answers in vocabulary words and the interesting facts as a group. And that is all I have for my lesson. I didn't get to teach it in front of anybody, so I just kind of had to explain it. But that is my lesson.